sì tún pé mìíràn dé àṣà mìíràn wọ́n pé yẹn lónílé gogoro wọ́n wé yẹn bí ìdí ògo zelele bọ́mọdé bá wẹsẹ̀ nǹkan ni bàbá wé àdèwé wọ́n wé yẹn àtúnrí ṣọpọlọ onílé gbogbogbòde ó máa ṣàárọ̀ Monday wọ́n wé yẹn àtúnrí kòpskolo onílé gbogbogbòde gbẹgẹdẹ wọ́n wé yẹn àtúnrí ṣọpọlọ over to you onílé gbogbogbòde.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Isn't that a marvelous way to start on a Monday morning?
The thing should be on that. Should still be on that, because it's doing my head singing.
Mike, we have to start the show now. We can't just be enjoying the music. We have to start the show.
What are you starting? What are you starting? Uncle Ben you should end the show as you
He has opened the floor.
He has opened the floor.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful way to start on Monday.
Indeed. A beautiful Monday morning to you, fabulous people. A brand new week is here.
It is.
And it comes with brand new goals, fresh energy, and of course, your favorite way to shine.
Of course.
Is Wake Up Nigeria.
It is Wake Up Nigeria. Uncle Ben, thank you for waking us up in a wonderful way. That was uplifting, Uncle Ben. How are you doing? Good morning. I mean, thank you for coming here this early. When did you have to wake up?
There's nothing else we can do. You wake up in the morning. If you do this every day, it's basically like air for you.
Wonderful. It's the maestro in the house. We're going to have him all through this morning. So it's going to be a wonderful show. My name is Mike Mexicano.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. You can, of course, stream the show live from anywhere in the world on our website. Just visit tvcentertainment.tv or indeed stream live on YouTube. Just do a search for TVC Entertainment.
GOTV channel 16, StarTimes 121, the terrestrial band will be the ultra high frequency 49 options where you can watch YouTube. I can mention the website, our app also. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC on social media to engage and of course interact with us.
Indeed, and we can't wait for those messages to come in. We can't wait to see what you've been up to over the weekend.
You had a good weekend.
It was a great weekend.
It was food and radio.
Yeah,
and all of that.
it was a very orange weekend.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Okay, let's kick off. We've got Chef Damien this morning. He's going to be working his culinary magic on a delicious, tasty breakfast. Yeah, for those of you who are, I don't know, Titu, what stage are you on now? Are you in the cutting phase or, I mean, with your meal plan and all of that, what stage are you in now?
So, at this point, I'm steaming and air frying a lot of things. So it's about veggies and... Veggies, yes. Moving away from carbs for a bit.
The maestro, Uncle Ben, has always been a fit person. So I don't know, maybe I should ask you about your dietary regimen. How do you eat?
Well, as long as you can jog in the morning, your brain is working in the afternoon, and in the evening you're basically studying music. That is how I keep fit.
Wonderful.
We should really ask tips to find out how to maintain that instrument you call your voice. We'll be talking about that later on. And of course, he will be giving our ears a musical thrill. But as well as having another guest pop into the studio later on. We have Livia. Now, she's Agu Oluchi Olivia, popularly known as Livia. Now, her recent debut EP, Rhythms and Soul, showcases her unique style and versatility across all genres. And we can't wait to see her.
We're looking forward to that one.
Let your heart love me more. Save me first. Untangle my fragile heart.
We've got Owoki Favor Ezuizo, who is a fitness coach, model, and a change maker whose influence transcends runways and gym floors. Favor first gained national attention at Mr. Global Nigeria and clinched the second runner-up position at Mr. Global International. I'm sure Titi will enjoy this chat. Yeah?
Oh, really? what, you know, he was here once before, before he went for the pageant. Okay. It would be great to hear a little bit more about his journey.
Okay, wonderful. Looking forward to that one.
And of course, we have our SME segment coming your way. We have Elizabeth Akonbi, founder of EA Simmons, a Lagos-based premium soft furnishings brand, redefining comfort and excellence for modern living.
Well, he is our first and will also be our last. Well, we are also in between. It's the maestro himself, Ben Obewe, popularly known as Uncle Ben, legendary music coordinator, vocal arranger, voiceover artist, music trainer, music master, and all of that. He will be here. He has been here
as well.
Thespian, of course, definitely, definitely. Ever young. How old is he now? Look at the way he looks.
Well, old enough to have taught many
52.
Of the greats. 52? Seriously?
I have a challenge.
Wow. So. Big secret. Big secret. I don't think he knows this, but one of the reasons why I got into voice acting and voiceovers was because of Uncle Ben.
It was because of course,
he
definitely.
was almost on every jingle on radio then, and I was just like, I need to do that.
I want to be like this.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Uncle
Thank
Ben.
you. Thank you, Uncle Ben. We'll be having the show with him today. It's going to be a wonderful show. So just chill, sit back, relax. We're just getting it on the road. It's the 5th day in the month of May 2025. Good morning and welcome. It's the news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Messikeno. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have seized opioids worth over 3.4 billion naira in Lagos and Port Harcourt. According to the NDLEA, it intercepted over 3.5 million pills of opioids and 163,000 bottles of codeine syrup. In another operation, NDLEA operatives seized 942 explosives heading to Zamfara State. They also intercepted an Italy and Iraq-bound consignment of drugs hidden in body creams. They said they also arrested a wanted drug kingpin after 10 months in hiding. The Nigeria Police Force said it has killed notorious bandits, recovered firearms and stolen vehicles, and arrested several suspects involving kidnapping, cultism, and armed robbery. Police operatives attached to the Benue State Command said it engaged a group of bandits suspected to be from Shitele and Ukum in a gun battle. During the fierce gun duel, 3 bandits sustained fatal gunshot injuries and were later confirmed dead. Also, operatives of the Delta State Command Special Assignment Team arrested one Henry Okbo. A pump-action gun, 2 vehicles believed to be stolen were recovered from him. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has commended the gallant operatives and assured Nigerians that the force would ensure the security of all citizens in the country. And on to foreign stories. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has promised to retaliate against the Houthis after a missile fired by the group struck the grounds of Israel's main airport. In a video posted on social media, Mr. Netanyahu threatened strikes, saying, quote, "We attacked in the past, we will attack in the future." Israeli authorities said the missile fired from Yemen by the Iran-backed group landed near the main terminal of Ben Gurion Airport on Sunday morning. 4 people were injured by the blast, with another 2 injured on their way to a shelter. The airport has now reopened to flights after temporarily halting them, though several major airlines cancelled Sunday's flights to and from the airport. To sporting stories, British #1 Jack Draper missed out on the first ATP Tour clay court title as Casper Ruud edged an absorbing Madrid Open final. Draper was beaten 7-5, 3-6, 6-4 in the Spanish capital. An impressive start led him to break in early in the first set before Norway's Ruud fought back from 5-3 down to secure the opener. Draper recovered to level and ensured the title will be decided by a winner-takes-all final set. But his serve came under severe pressure and Ruud, a 2-time French Open finalist, broke for 3-2 before serving out to clinch his first ATP Masters title.
30.
Chelsea strengthened their bid for a place in next season's Champions League with victory. Its side level on points with 4th place Newcastle United. They now only trail in the table with a goal scored going into their next meeting at St. James's Park. You say Cole Palmer is back. Let's see how that goes. Elsewhere, Brentford kept their hopes of European qualification alive by coming from behind to beat Manchester United 4-3. Alexander Isak earned a draw for Newcastle with a late penalty against Brighton at the Amex Stadium, while West Ham captain Jarrod Bowen scored his 10th Premier League goal of the season as they shared points with Tottenham Hotspurs. And now to wrestling, where Team Nigeria has hit the ground running in the finals of Day 2 at the African Wrestling Championships. Mercy Genesis and Khadijat Idris have both captured gold medals, pushing Nigeria's gold tally to 6 at the tournament. Mercy Genesis opened the evening with a dominant display, overpowering Tunisia's Chema Chebila 10-love via technical superiority. Moments later, Khadijat Idris followed suit in impressive fashion, defeating Auchak Tekuk of Algeria by a commanding 12-1 scoreline in the 55 kg women's final. Both wrestlers showed exceptional control, technique and determination, setting the tone for the rest of the Nigerian squad. And that's it on sports and the news for the hour. We'll take a recess. Stay with us. We're just getting the show on the road.
In a world where news never sleeps, we're taking a giant leap into the future. We at TVC Communications are proud to introduce a new era in news broadcasting. But first, let me introduce my special friend, Olamide AI. Hi, Olamide Human. Is it time to come out yet? Yes, indeed it is. And you can bring your friends along. Meet our new AI anchors, speaking your language and sharing your stories. From English, good day. These are the news headlines, to Pidgin.
Better country people, on a good evening.
Yoruba,
Ekaro, Ekudede Asikoyi, Shedadalabayi,
Igbo,
Ndewo, Auto Innovation, Ahambu Obada Samson Ejiro,
and Hausa.
Mutane na sanar da zuwa, sunana Rakia Abdulkarim kuma kana kallon TVC News.
We are bringing the news closer to you. Faster, smarter, and always reliable. And together, we are shaping the future of news for every Nigerian, everywhere. Innovation, connection, and trust. The future of news is here.
TVC News, first with breaking news. And now first in Nigeria with AI news anchors.
We love our food, parties, and the good time. But how do we feel afterwards? Whatever these 7 symptoms of heartburn and indigestion feel like to you, all 7 symptoms are caused by stomach acid. So Gaviscon Double Action acts in your stomach to neutralize acid fast and forms a raft to prevent contents from going back up the food pipe. For long-lasting relief, for any of these 7 symptoms, think Gaviscon.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. No cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic. And enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Hello and good morning. It's time for the Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen to begin. And who do we have here this fine Monday morning? Chef Damien, welcome back to the Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen.
Thank you very much, Ma. I'm so glad to be here. Like, everybody looking so beautiful this morning.
Oh, okay. So it's your first time here, right?
Yes.
At the new set.
Exactly.
At Eco Atlantic.
Yes.
But we used to make magic in our kitchen on the mainland. We
know. Magic.
Yes, we did. But Chef Damien is back and he's here to showcase one of his delicacies one more time. What are we making?
Okay, for today we'll be making a dish. It's a rice dish called dirty rice.
Dirty rice?
Yes.
Okay, so I've heard different types of rice. I've heard native rice, concoction rice. Obviously, there's coconut rice, there's jollof rice, there's all sorts of fried rice. But you are calling yours dirty rice. Okay,
yes.
What makes it so dirty?
What actually makes this so dirty is the minced beef.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we have minced beef incorporated inside the rice. So that gives it that brown, dirtish look. I don't know if you understand. So
it's brown, essentially?
Yeah, a little brown because of the meat. You know, when you cook meat, it comes out brown.
Yeah.
Sure. So having that brown look with the rice gives it that dirty.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
that's the angle, you know, dirty rice. But it's going to be tasty, dirty rice, right?
Yes.
Chef Damien's tasty, dirty rice.
Correct.
Because when you hear dirty rice, you're thinking, man, this rice in this bag of rice is dirty. I need to pick it. But not to worry. Yeah. This is, I want to eat it, not I want to pick it.
Exactly.
Let's talk ingredients now, Chef Damien. We have quite an array here. Yes. Where do we start from?
Okay, we'll start from this.
Okay, what is that?
This is ginger and garlic paste.
Okay, so did you make that yourself or you?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Because some people can be allergic to it.
Oh, okay.
That's why I had to prep it down and I sauteed it for some minutes to reduce the harshness of the ginger and the garlic. So that even if you're allergic or not allergic, you will still feel the flavor of the ginger and garlic. Then we have our salt to taste. Then we have our onions. And the star ingredient of this is the minced beef.
Okay, so the minced beef, did you mince the beef yourself?
Yes.
So you bought actual beef?
Yeah, you can buy like 2 kg of just pure beef. Then there's a machine they call meat mincer.
Yeah.
So you just put it into the machine and it shreds and minces everything smooth.
So if I'm going to buy the meat itself, which part of the meat should I buy that will mince the best?
The lap.
The lap?
Yes, the lap has the muscles. The beef is the muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to get the lap. That lap has a lot of muscle, a lot of beef for you to mince.
All right, fantastic.
Yes.
So I'm loving the color on that beef. It's nice and deep pink. We have the ingredients, of course, on the screen for you there, just in case you would like to try this at home. Chef Damien's dirty rice. Those are the ingredients. Now we have, of course, another star of this dish, the rice itself.
Yes, the rice.
Any specific rice
you can
choice?
Actually, it's best to use basmati, but if you can't get basmati, I prefer you go for normal long grain
long
or
grain
short
rice.
grain rice. Yes.
All right, so this has just been washed, nothing else,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Okay, washed. We parboiling that maybe?
No, we'll cook it with the beef.
With the beef, fantastic.
Yes. We have ginger, curry and thyme.
Curry and thyme,
yes.
the basics in every Nigerian kitchen. And then this
spring onions.
Spring onions.
Just for garnish and taste.
Amazing.
Yes.
This is your pepper mix now. You know, whenever I say a pepper mix, sometimes I get anxious. I'm like, so what's inside this pepper mix now? What exactly did you blend in here?
Okay. This pepper mix, we don't have tomatoes inside.
Okay.
We have just tatashe, pepper, and lots of onions.
Interesting.
Lots of onions, so it can be sweet. Do you understand? So this is just going for chicken to...
Okay. All right, fantastic.
With this.
Beautiful. So what do we need to start with now? I know you've done a lot of prep already, but what's the first thing we need to do?
The first thing we need to do now, we have to put our oil on the pot and get it heated up.
All right, go ahead. Please go ahead.
We start with
let me
beef.
put this on for you. Let me see. Okay, it's on now.
Okay.
Which one would you like to use? The biggest?
The biggest.
Yeah. That's that one right there.
Okay.
All right, full heat on that. You said we're adding oil in there.
Yes, we're adding oil.
How much oil are we adding in there?
Not a little.
Not a lot.
Not a lot, rather.
Just a little.
Yes, a little is fine.
All right. That looks like about half a cup there.
Yes.
Of vegetable oil.
Yes.
Any other option of oil?
You can use... I like to mix.
Okay.
I like to mix vegetable oil and coconut oil.
Oh.
Coconut oil also helps to build flavor.
Interesting.
And that, but if you can't access coconut oil, vegetable oil is fine.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I know you've already pre-washed the rice.
Yes.
We're waiting for that oil to heat up, I believe.
Exactly.
Yes. We didn't mention two other ingredients that are right here, and this is carrots and cabbage.
Okay. Why we have this here is, looking at it that it's called dirty rice. This is actually a side. This is coleslaw to make it clean.
Seriously?
Yes.
Really?
So it doesn't get too dirty. So the coleslaw is just there to make it clean.
That's interesting.
Very
so
interesting.
You're eating dirty rice. So just in case it was a bit too dirty for you, you want to clean things up inside.
With the
just
coleslaw.
Add the coleslaw as a side. Okay, all right, I get it.
Yep.
So standard coleslaw is carrots and cabbage.
Yes.
Any marinade or any sauce going with that?
You have tartar sauce.
Tartar sauce.
Yes,
okay.
tartar sauce.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like this should be a little bit warm now. So are we frying this rice? Is that what we're doing?
What we are starting with first is the beef.
The beef. Okay,
yes,
beautiful.
We have to put the beef and let it cook. And let it cook.
So the Nigerian in me is saying, how far with spices in this meat? This meat, you haven't marinated, you didn't add anything to it, you just minced it and left it.
Yes.
Is that intentional?
It's the best way.
Okay.
So that we have the ingredients here while trying to cook it and let it extract the juice, because by the time you put it into the oil, you wouldn't know where water is going to come out from. The water will come out from the beef, so that is where we will now have to spice things up.
Interesting. All right, then please go ahead. Let's get started. Let's show what we're making. For those of you who are just tuning in this morning, welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen. Chef Damien is here, and he's making dirty rice. I'm going to let him get some of these items from the back, but in case you're trying to make this at home, you can always follow along. Even maybe take a little video of your own and post it online. Let's see what you're up to in your kitchen. Can you make this version of dirty rice? Well, you never know. These are the ingredients you need. You need minced beef, you need onions, of course some salt, seasoning salt to taste. We have garlic and ginger mixed there. We have of course spices, curry and thyme. We have a pepper mix here. We have rice, spring onions, and of course vegetable oil. Okay, sorry. I am actually so eager for this to start. I was a bit worried about this onion going into my eyes just now, and I'm like, okay, it's not time for the onions yet. It's not time yet. I still have time to run. But Chef Damien, you've thrown the beef straight into the oil.
Yes. I need it to lose out its juice.
Okay. And that's happening quite quickly, I have to say. It's actually already, I'm already seeing the effects there. Yeah. Now, for those of you who like beef, You know, beef has become a very precious protein. And when I say precious, I mean a little bit more expensive than other proteins these days. In terms of volume and the number of pieces you get, number of chunks you get. Once you mince it, it feels like everybody gets to taste this beef, at least. So you haven't added any spices to this yet at all?
Nothing.
Okay, not even onions?
Not yet.
Hey, my mom, my auntie, my grandmother, all their advices in my head is put onion in this thing. But Chef Damien, I know you've got me covered, right?
Yes.
You didn't even put garlic.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
All right. I'm trying to hold my horses here. So let me take this a little out of the way. The rice is now closer to you. And it's interesting, you didn't put that much vegetable oil in, and the juice has
come up.
Yes.
So it's getting ready for me to add the onions, the ginger and garlic so that it can all cook together with it.
So are we dicing those onions at all?
Yes, we are.
Okay, all right then, chef. All right, so once you have those ingredients that are on your screen handy, of course you can try this at home. Chef, any special style for dicing today, or just
I like
simple
to
cut?
go for tiny, simple cuts so that there are people that don't like to see onions in their food.
Okay, all right,
So
all right. Please do
try
your
to be
thing.
there for everyone.
Please do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. Every chef has their own unique way of putting things together. We have some chefs that even put us to work here in the kitchen. And when we've learned a few different styles here ourselves while working on the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. And it's always interesting to see what the next chef is going to bring up. Now, these are some reasonable sized onions here, and your cabbage too is also reasonably sized. How many people do you believe this dish is going to serve?
This dish can serve 3 to 4 people.
Okay.
Yes, and they will be quite full.
They'll be quite full.
Yes.
Quite full. I like that.
They will be quite full.
They'll be satisfied.
Very satisfied. Very, very satisfied.
All right. Okay, so that's a lot. That's 1.5 onions you've sliced so far.
Yes.
All of this is going in.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
We need to build flavor.
Flavor profiles is something that chefs build differently as well. And as Chef Damien begins to build his flavor profile for this dirty rice, we are going to be taking another quick break. But there's still so much more coming your way right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Make sure you don't go anywhere too far. Stay with us.
Our major currency unit is the Naira, while the minor unit is the Kobo. They are both in notes and coins. The Naira is more than just a medium of exchange. It bears the images of our heroes. So, stop abusing the Naira. It is a criminal offense to spray the Naira at events. Stop stepping on the Naira. It's not your enemy. Do not squeeze, ruffle, or write on the Naira. Handling the Naira with dirty or oily hands can deface the Naira. Love the Naira as you love yourself. Be a real Nigerian.
This message was brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. No cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic. And enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
It's a mean getaway out of hustle and bustling in Lagos, at Lagos, with Lagos, about Lagos, and it's the vice that gives me joy. Entertainment is creativity. Entertainment is way of life. Entertainment is how you can describe it. You know, that thing. you know, that thing that gives you joy, that thing that's specific, that's entertainment to me.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Martin Luther King Jr. was born in Atlanta, Georgia, January 15, 1929. The son of a Baptist minister, King received a doctorate degree in theology and in 1955 helped organize the first major protest of the African American civil rights movement, the successful Montgomery bus boycott. King participated in and led marches for the right to vote, desegregation, labor rights, and other civil rights. He advocated civil disobedience and nonviolent opposition against segregation in the South, influenced by Mahatma Gandhi. The peaceful protests he led throughout the American South were often met with violence. Nonetheless, Dr. King and his supporters were persistent and the movement gained momentum. Dr. King was a powerful orator. He appealed to Christian and
Okay, it's Monday morning and Mary is here.
Good morning. I am so glad to be here. Apologies for always being late, but I am so glad to be here.
You're not always late. You're always
mostly.
You make an entrance. That's what you do.
Okay, shall I make that entrance
No, you're fine.
Do you want me to go MM on you right now?
No. You made an entrance with that beautiful green hair.
How we should do it? Should we do like...
Okay.
I'm in. I'm here now.
So just worry. Don't worry. That wig would not go missing. Don't worry.
Is it?
It won't go missing.
Is it?
I said it won't.
Is it?
It's fine. It's beautiful.
Your word is my weakness.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
So...
Una two don't finish.
No.
Continue.
Mike, what is this?
What's an egg a day keeps...
Keeps what?
Just keeps you going.
It
just keeps you going.
Keeps you going.
But yeah, Damian here.
Chef Damian
your dirty rice is already going on. But you've already done...
It's getting
I'm saying
dirtier.
like, yeah, you've already started...
Yes.
The rice is still looking like it to be strong, but I know I like my seeds. Single seed, single this thing.
No. He hasn't cooked the rice yet.
He's still
okay, so what do you do? So how do you get to this stage?
I'm just trying to incorporate
the flavors,
inside the rice. I need the beef and the rice to marry and come together.
Needs to marry. It was engaged before.
Yes, now it's time for marriage.
This is the marriage.
So
so what did you put inside? What are the things you put inside?
Okay, just basically oil, then frosted the beef.
Okay.
Means because I need all the juice of the beef to come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understand? Then added my onions, ginger, garlic paste, seasoning.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is just rice
it went to Babcock. Rice that went to Babcock.
This one has not reached Harvard yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah, right.
It's dirty rice though.
Okay, talking about dirty just makes me think of things that are rough and scattered and all the crazy things that happened over the weekend.
In fact.
My goodness, tell me about it.
There were quite a few things we noticed online. And there was a particular post that was should I say, thrown our way. And I think my mouth was open watching this post. I think I watched this 1 minute, 20-second post like 4 times.
You thought it was a music video?
I was confused.
Like, hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Bam.
So you know when you see a movie where the lead character just suddenly loses their mind and starts breaking things?
I mean.
Well, I think Nigerian, I'll say landlords generally in Lagos, not Nigeria, Lagos, have started driving some people up the wall. And in the end, there was a particular lady who posted about the year, sadly being about paying evil back with evil. A businesswoman wrecks her apartment after being evicted months after spending millions on renovation.
4 million naira.
4 million naira.
Renovating a rented apartment.
Wow.
Party.
And then the landlord somehow just thought, oh, hey.
According to what she said.
Yes, according to what she says, of course. And
allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's important. Mike is going to spend this entire conversation peeling that.
It's a buzzword. People have used it, and it's okay. At least in their minds, they're trying to protect themselves. But yet, to this situation here, and generally, the reason why it does make sense is, what do you do when you feel someone has done something evil to you? Do you repay evil with evil? Christianity can be hard.
Yes.
And you see, I was telling someone
Jesus
something.
says turn the other cheek.
Exactly. And I was telling someone, I said, look, if you want to be a practicing follower of Christ, as it were, it's hard. It's not this one now that somebody cheats on you and then you take the person to court. No. What Jesus says is that when they cheat on you, you give the person another opportunity to cheat on you again.
Yeah. And you allow it again and again 7 times.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Those were the instructions. A lot of times we pick up different parts and all that. But on this particular issue,
she went berserk wrecking that apartment.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
In fact,
she spray painted.
And all over.
And because those walls looked so well done. Imagine the POP that she did. Imagine
how far would you go? Mary, how far would you go to pay back if you feel that you've been wronged?
If I was in that situation, I would just call the landlord first. Let's have a conversation, because the reality is you cannot carry out renovations on somebody's property without the person being aware.
Okay, sure.
So definitely he knows about it.
Sure.
Now this is also, kind of like advice to people. In somebody else's house, you need to do things with moderation. There's that, I want to live in comfort and everything. Oh, Sheduro, Kokotie, why don't you wait till you build yours? Because now that there are some people that are actually very generous, they don't mind. They are looking at it, oh, I'm going to be here for 10 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
But what if you only spend 2 years there?
So all that
4 million naira is a lot of money to spend renovating somebody else's house.
No, but Mary,
it's a lot.
So this does look like a studio. It looks like she's
with money.
She really had plans for this.
Then she should have, when you know you're spending this amount, you should have signed some kind of agreement with your landlord.
Okay, so what do you think is enough?
What do I think?
If you want to spend to renovate, what do you think is enough?
It's not even about what is
exactly,
enough.
That's what I'm saying.
It's about the understanding, written agreement you have with the landlord.
No, I've done. Let's be practical. I've done stuff on my house. You've done stuff on your house. How many people went to tell their landlords? You maybe just probably mentioned it. POP, maybe a few things and all that to make the place okay for you.
POP on somebody else's.
Even painting. Some tenants refuse to paint just because of that pain.
Yeah, that's this thing. But the point is that it has been done, right?
Yeah.
The part has been done, and people still want to do because look. Someone says, make your home somewhere you want to return to.
So now
the point is that
issue for me is
you've been evicted, according to what you said. What she has done there is a problem because, look, there's enough evidence to take you to court to sue you for a lot of damages on property, no matter whether you are done and all of that. You understand?
So
you've done it.
On the other hand, from the side of the landlord, so this is for landlords out there. When you notice your tenant is doing certain renovations,
from one landlord to another.
Yes, from one landlord to another. Yes, yes.
It's a thing of pride. Please raise the shoulder. Raise the shoulder.
A few mansions
go
that
ahead.
I'm letting
That's my
out.
fault. It's me that cost you. Go ahead.
No, but I'm thinking about the fact that this particular landlord must have given a particular vibe. Now, obviously, before you bring a tenant in, you have some kind of documentation, some rules. If, for instance, this tenant is making all these renovations, why not inform this tenant that it's not necessary, or warn this tenant against doing it, or something like that? But I understand.
He does not have any ulterior motive. He probably got into that place, saw the extent. And for all I know, he might even convert that place to his place and then rent out his current place.
Because it looks that
Because it looks that good. That was probably his plan. Listen, there are ways around this thing. You can still have your house looking amazing without going the extra mile. There are wallpapers. But there are certain aesthetics you can use that are far less expensive and will still give you
maintenance.
This is not the issue. The lady has done it. What people would suffice for you, but for I think yes, I don't think it's the issue of what she did now. Let's get past that place. The issue now is that this has happened and then she's destroying the place. So let's get past. She has done
obviously, that's why there's caution fee. First of all,
caution fee cannot cover this one. No.
And obviously, lawyers are going to get involved.
Of course.
Obviously, she's going to end up paying a lot more.
And I think putting it on social media is a problem also.
Exactly. That's also another issue. When did we start showcasing crimes on social media? Because essentially what she did, it is a criminal offense. She's destroyed somebody else's goods, services or property or whatever.
So there are times when when you put burglary proof and all of that, you can take it off. People do that, right? But when you go so far as defacing, you understand, writing on
even the burglary proof, when you take it out, you are supposed to seal that place up neatly.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Some so there are things ask you to repaint as you are leaving.
Some landlords won't even let you put solar panel.
Wow.
Because of all the so you need to even fix it when you are taking it out to go to your own house.
Well, my point is so
it's so easy it's so hard to build things up, but so easy to tear things down, and some people think because it's so easy, they can get away with it. And now as a future landlord, that's you
but Chef Damien is
boiling
chicken already.
Really?
Wonderful.
Chef Damien, we need to talk about
that
this.
Protein is good.
We will be back.
Mike, come back.
We will be back.
Wait. Hold on. Let's count the chicken.
You're counting which chicken?
2, 3,
my own is somewhere under the shelf, by the way.
4 chicken only.
Wow.
Can you see?
Wow.
It's 4.
And 3 are for Mike.
It's 4. If the thing you lost,
hello,
it's 4.
Hello.
Our quality control officer has spoken.
Quality control.
And yes, we will be back.
You thought I'll eat this egg? I'll eat it.
No.
Finally, he's eating the egg.
I'll eat it. It's the original egg.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. Knorr Cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic. And enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Champions of the world!
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge
linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless.
I'm
Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Welcome back. You're still in the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen right now with Chef Damien. And he is not even, he's like a flight train. He's just speeding through everything. But we want to learn something. We want to learn about this chicken. So talk to us about the chicken. What happened with that chicken before now?
Okay, the chicken has been pre-cooked.
Okay. Pre-cooked.
Yeah,
When you say pre-cooked?
Yeah, just like to cook before, like half done.
Oh, okay.
Before actually, it's a very soft chicken.
Okay.
It's not the hard, strong one. So I'm cooking it 100% now in this oil.
Okay.
So once it's done, I remove. Then I use the same oil, so because the flavor from the chicken has come out in the oil. So I use it to fry this pepper base for the chicken.
All right. But you're going to be doing that in a pot, yes?
Yes, in a pot, yes.
Okay, beautiful. So let's talk about what you added to the chicken before when you were cooking it, when you pre-cooked it. What did you add to it?
I added just seasoning and onions.
Okay. Seasoning cubes?
Yes, seasoning cubes and onions. That's fine.
That's all.
Perfect.
Okay. So Chef Damien is one of very refined tastes. I feel like your proteins, you avoid overspicing them, which is something we do a lot here in Nigeria. We overspice a lot of our food, meaning that we don't actually taste the flavors of the actual protein itself. We just get mostly overspiced food. And I do want to sort of appreciate but also blame the buka culture, because bukas have given us this flavor that we kind of expect from almost every meal. And then when we're cooking at home, we try to build that taste until it tastes like buka style.
Exactly. Like what I do tell people is that if you are cooking a protein that has its seasoning cube, it doesn't need much seasoning.
Okay.
Just like when you have a seasoning cube that is chicken flavored.
Okay.
Now imagine you are having the raw chicken. You don't need to over season it.
Okay.
Because from the chicken, they use it getting the flavor. So even if there is something you are going to actually spice or over spice slightly, it should be something that is not packed in a seasoning cube. Do you understand what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, so for chicken, beef doesn't need much.
So those seasoning cubes are supposed to be, and I use the term supposed to be, concentrated flavors of that protein.
Exactly.
Obviously, there are a lot of additives in a lot of these things now,
yes.
but that's what it's supposed to taste like.
Exactly.
So you already have the base chicken, so why are you over-spicing that? I get it.
Yes.
So now, are we frying this down to dry?
Yes, just slightly.
Slightly,
yes.
Let's talk about this coleslaw that we have standing by for us. You've already done some grating here.
Yes, so I just left this till when it's almost time for me to grate it, because cabbage tends to have this smell, awful smell, if you prep them earlier and not consume them immediately.
Okay, when it's exposed?
Yeah, when it's exposed. So I just cut them down, washed. Okay. So by the time it's ready for consumption, you just shred.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now there's something in this tall glass here.
Yes.
I want to just, check it out a little. What is this exactly?
Okay, this is called tartar sauce.
Okay.
It's a mix of mayonnaise, a little sugar, vinegar. But if there is no vinegar, you can replace with yogurt, unsweetened yogurt. Yes.
So one more time,
mayonnaise, sugar, vinegar. Yes, a little sugar.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's white like mayonnaise, but it's not just mayonnaise.
Yes, not just mayonnaise.
Okay.
You can actually, if there is no mayonnaise, you can use just yogurt. maybe to replace the sugar, I can use a sweetened one.
Interesting.
So
sweetened yogurt.
Yeah, sweetened yogurt.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
So this is supposed to be the sauce for the coleslaw.
Coleslaw, exactly.
Beautiful. So I'll leave that right there. That is interesting.
Yes.
If you want to go without the mayonnaise, does it still work?
Sure.
Okay, so just the yogurt.
Yes, for more healthy eating.
Yeah.
There are some mayonnaise you can use, but if you want to make yours, all you need is oil, a very good oil, healthy oil, egg yolk.
Interesting.
Yes, you blend, and that's it.
All right.
Yes.
Chef Damien, I'm learning so much from you this morning, and I might be trying this one at home later today.
Yep.
By the way, dirty rice is still coming to the boil, by the way. Woo, you added quite a bit of water. How much water did you add to that fried dry rice from earlier?
Not so much, but you need something to actually cook the rice till it's perfectly done.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, well, the heat on that is perfect. Now, okay, now it's perfect. But we are going to be standing by for this to be completely cooked. At this point, let's hand it over to Mary. How's it going over there, Mary?
It's going great, as a matter of fact. It's time for our guest discussion. And for that, we introduce Ogokiri Favor Izuzo, a coach, model, and change maker whose influence transcends runways and gym floors. Favor first gained national attention as Mr. Global Nigeria and clinched the second runner-up position at the Mr. Global International competition. He is the visionary behind the Makoko Dream Project, an initiative driven by his personal philosophy, Dream, Dare, Do, with his 3D advocacy. Now, he is rewriting the narrative for undeserved children, especially in Makoko, Lagos. In recognition of his impact, Favor was awarded the CI Talks Award for Best Project, giving him a broader platform to amplify his mission of empowering marginalized communities through education, transformation, and purpose. And it's such a pleasure to have you in the studio with us today.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
Considering how rich your CV is, and then you see this calm, unassuming young man. Wow. Tell me, what was your most memorable moment in the competition?
Okay.
The global one, that is, as in the international, because both of them are global.
So,
which one?
First things first, in Thailand you've got amazing people, amazing food, amazing culture. But I would say for me, the most memorable moment would have to be the times of bonding. With
the times of bonding with the other contestants.
Yeah,
okay.
it was so, coming from different countries and having
different
seen
cultures, backgrounds.
Exactly.
Beliefs.
It's at first it's like, does this really count? Is this really gonna tell? But after a while, you get to realize that we're all just human beings. Of course, we've got different skin tones, this and that. But when we come together and see life from our perspective, we get to understand ourselves much better. And for me, that was the most memorable moment.
So what informed your project, your, in quote now, pet project as it's often called? What informed it? Because I'm pretty sure there are several communities. Why did you choose Makoko?
So it's more intertwined with how I grew up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a child that was taken from one state to another, one school to another.
Why?
I would say family issues.
Okay.
But what really got me more interested, more invested into Makoko is the fact that when I went there, because I would always like to do my survey before anything, I saw faces that were hopeful, faces that were just like mine when I was growing up, faces that would want betterment for themselves.
You saw a reflection of your old self.
True, true. And it made me want to do something for the community, mostly for the children. And I just had to. And God willing, I was able to present a very, I would say, promising story to the international body. And they took notice of it, and I won the competition for that reason.
So what influence has winning had on that project?
Okay, so CI Talks is an organization that looks to see the issues of the society and find ways to make it better for that society. And I would say the best way they've actually contributed to it is more financial. Yes. Of course, there's the part of making sure that everyone gets to know awareness. Yes. But you see the part of finances, you can't go wrong with resources. Because these kids, as long as they're in school, there are certain things they need. Apart from resources, you also got their conducive environment that needs management. So all this was taken notes by me and presented to the organization, and with that they were able to sponsor it.
Now there are different pageants. These days it's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
And so with you winning Mr. Global, it makes me wonder, why did you decide to go for Mr. Global? Was there a particular reason? Was there something that influenced your choice? Then winning it locally before going on to come third internationally. What was it?
I love this question. It's quite intriguing because I have a very competitive spirit. I always want to be there. And it all started in school. Out of nowhere, Favor, you've got clothes. Why don't you compete? It was because of clothes. So I competed, and I just kept on competing. I kept on competing. And I saw Mrs. of Nigeria, because that's the pageant I went for, as a very, I would say, unpragmatic pageant that would elevate my purpose as a human being and also as a pageant king. And I had to just go on it. And it brought light to what I wanted to do. And thankfully, it's aided my growth. So thankfully, it's aided my growth. Yeah. All
right. So, as Mr. Global Nigeria, you already have your responsibilities, and then of course winning the third position, that's the second runner-up internationally. You also have your responsibilities. How do you marry both? I can tell it's a lot. You're even just thinking about what you're supposed to do.
It's hard. I won't lie. I'm not going to take away that fact. It's hard, but at the same time, it's enjoyable. Knowing that you've got one or two responsibilities that won't only help you as a person, but also supports the society at large. So the responsibilities are basically just catering for the needs of people, and those that can't afford those needs.
So going forward, what should we expect from you?
Crazy things.
Crazy things. I like that one. Crazy things.
More transformative agendas. I've started with Makoko. I want to finish with Makoko. It's a very broad, very large society. There are lots of undermined infrastructures there. And even being multifaceted, I still want to concentrate on just one thing. So Makoko for me, then after much more survey and research, I can now go into other societies, other communities.
I wish you the very best on this Favor. Well done, well done. It's really, really commendable what you're doing. Well done. All right, at this point, we have to take a break. We'll be right back. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us.
In a world where news never sleeps, we're taking a giant leap into the future. We at TVC Communications are proud to introduce a new era in news broadcasting. But first, let me introduce my special friend, Olamide AI. Hi, Olamide Human. Is it time to come out yet? Yes, indeed it is. And you can bring your friends along. Meet our new AI anchors, speaking your language and sharing your stories. From English, good day. These are the news headlines, to Pidgin.
Better country people, on a good evening.
Yoruba. Ekaro, Ekudede Asikoyi, Shidadalabayi. Igbo.
Ndewo, Auto Innovation. Ahambu Obada Samson Ejiro.
And Hausa.
Mutane na sanar da zuwa, sunana Rakia Abdulkarim kuma kana kallon TVC News.
We are bringing the news closer to you. Faster, smarter, and always reliable. And together, we are shaping the future of news for every Nigerian, everywhere. innovation, connection, and trust. The future of news is here.
TVC News, first with breaking news. And now first in Nigeria with AI news anchors.
If you sabi, you sabi.
Wow.
You don't need to tell him by himself. You just know, say, this time you just bring it down.
Yes, sir.
Maybe wanted to spoil it with Talawa. Then it was supposed to be Talawa inside.
Seriously?
I'm just kidding.
Mike.
That is the great maestro himself, Uncle Ben. It is great to have you. Uncle Ben, what's the name of your keyboardist?
His name is Peter.
Peter.
Yes.
Peter is a great Peter, let's feel you a bit. You're a great keyboardist, Peter. You've just been giving us the vibes, man. On this rock shall the maestro build his church. The only problem, Uncle Ben, Peter would have sprayed, but the only problem is that he doesn't want EFCC to be knocking at his door tomorrow morning. If I spray, EFCC, what have you done? Well, good morning and welcome. It's the second lap of Wake Up Nigeria.
It is. Beautiful people, if you're just joining us, then hey, you've missed quite a bit, but not to worry, there is still more. We have a vibrant, value-packed start to your week starting right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
Definitely. It's the second lap of the show. We've still got loads in store for you. We've had a wonderful first half so far. You've missed 2 performances. If you were to go outside to a live band pay for these performances, and you missed, but we'll beg Uncle Ben, maybe he can still give us one more for you that just joined in now. One for the road. That'll be a little bit later, but hey, come on. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Titi Layo Oyinson. You can, of course, stream the show live on tvcentertainment.tv or indeed on YouTube. Just search for TVC Entertainment.
The GOTV 16, StarTimes 121, and the terrestrial band, ultra high frequency 49 options, where you can catch us tvcentertainment.tv/live stream. Also on YouTube at TVC Entertainment.
Indeed, if you missed anything, not to worry, it's going to be posted up on YouTube soon enough. You can rewatch everything you missed over and over again. speaking of what you missed, Chef Damien has been cooking up a storm in the kitchen. Mary is standing by with him there. Our delicious breakfast is
Chef Damien.
That's right. We're trying as much as possible to get the coleslaw ready while the rice cooks, as it is, the protein is ready, the stew is looking really nice. So fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure it's going to be very tasty for Ben at the end of the show.
This life no balance.
What's that?
Maybe you have been doing the work. Me and you have been working. Maybe just come. We have been trying to get the coastline. Someone that just said, maybe.
It's not my fault I see the show.
Maybe. Please give us the zobo small. But yeah, we're looking forward to all of that in the kitchen a little bit later. And of course, the beautiful game, Chelsea defeated Liverpool. I know Uncle Ben is a Chelsea fan. Uncle Ben, you're a Chelsea fan, Abi?
Manchester United.
Manchester.
We're rebuilding. We're rebuilding.
Of all the clubs to support Uncle Ben.
And we're going to win the Europa League. We're getting to the Champions League.
I beg you.
All of you keep talking. We're waiting for you.
Yeah, so are you sure about that, Uncle? Are you sure? I don't know. His voice was very clear when he was singing, but now he was shaking a little. I don't know, Uncle Ben. I don't know. You sure about that?
I'm absolutely certain. We're winning the Europa League.
Okay. All right.
Tottenham, bring it on.
All right. We'll be talking a beautiful game. Maybe Uncle Ben could join us and talk about his club. But then after that, we have another guest also, yeah?
Yes, indeed. Elizabeth Akonvi, founder of EA Simmons, is a Lagos-based premium soft furnishing brand redefining comfort and elegance for modern living. Now, that's our SME guest for today.
For Monday morning.
Finding out exactly what makes this business tick.
Yeah. Our final guest, of course, needs no introduction. He's going to take us out, the maestro himself, the Red Devil. Now he choose club. Now it's not me.
Wow.
I gave him Chelsea. He said he's Man U.
Which one?
He's the Red Devil. They are the Red Devils.
I'm going to defend him now.
Okay. Uncle Ben, what do you have to say? Are you not a Red Devil?
No comment.
The legendary music coordinator, vocal arranger, voiceover artist, thespian, and so much more, Ben Ogbewi.
Yep, he's here with Peter on the keys. All right.
Then, of course, we have a lovely voice coming to serenade us as well. Livia is in the building.
Definitely.
She has a really versatile voice. She cuts across so many different genres.
All right.
And she's going to be giving us
looking forward to that one.
All
right, let's take a look at what the weather is like. The show, the second half, is kicking off. All right, good morning and welcome. This is the beautiful game. I'm Mike Mesikeno. Mary Bashwalimi is, of course, here with me this morning. How are you doing, Mary? Good morning.
Very well,
once again.
thank you.
Okay, all right. Now, the major talking point over this particular Sunday into today has been Cole Palmer. And why so? This is his first goal since January, his third goal in 2025. Even though he had a stellar first half of the season, he really dropped off. And there were a lot of comments he made. Mary, I don't know if you heard. He called netizens idiots in his exact words. Because he was trying to hit back at people who were criticizing him for his downturn in form. And he went as far as calling netizens idiots and said,
idiots who buy tickets, season tickets, the reason he's getting paid. I mean,
maybe they are not Chelsea fans, so that's why he said so. But in any way, is that justified?
I don't care. They don't have to be Chelsea fans. You need to respect the fans. They make up a major part of the game. You can't just call fans idiots. Seriously? Gosh. I don't know how I missed that one.
Incidentally,
they are calling him code. Let me not continue.
I think that one got to Mary. Incidentally, he was named man of the match as Chelsea defeated champions Liverpool, even after giving them a guard of honor. He was named man of the match. Do you think he was worth that particular accolade? Because just on a penalty goal.
They don't have anything to fight for again. So
okay, so you feel that they just gave it to Chelsea, fact, right?
I feel at this point, anybody that is still comfortable can just be dashing, go, yeah, use it to and save yourself. And maybe that's only because they're actually chums. They don't have issues.
Okay.
Liverpool and Chelsea. So it's not bitter rivalry like Arsenal, Tottenham. And
okay, exactly.
So it's easy for them to say, okay, you can have it. We already won the Premier League, you know, that kind of thing.
Now, this is also something I want to talk about. You spoke about Liverpool and Chelsea. Now, of course, we're having this post on X on Premier League handle. In 2015, 10 years ago, Chelsea were champions and Liverpool gave them a guard of honor. This is Steven Gerrard. There's, I think that's Skrtel. Yeah, this should be Skrtel. Who's wearing this 6? Is that Hippier? And that's Johnson. That's Glenn Johnson. Yeah, so you see, Liverpool players gave Chelsea a guard of honor 10 years ago, 2015. And then 2025, it was the other way around. You know, there's been talk about the guard of honor, but it is, apart from being something that shows, of course, you respect your opponents, it shows that, look, a team went the whole season, they won. Well, give them the accolades when due. So Chelsea, of course, reiterated and, of course, gave Liverpool their guard of honor just for that match 10 years after they gave their own in 2015.
You know, it's interesting you would mention this because a lot of people were talking about it last week, especially the weekend. I listened to a few sports shows and they're like, why? And I'm like, is it that people have forgotten that it's more a case of it's our turn, you two must give us guard of honor? Because that's the way I saw it, as a matter of fact. Because a lot of people were like, why can't they do? You know, most teams, when they win like that, they wait till they are playing at home and then they have this elaborate dramatic ceremony. So there was all talk about why would they want to go do it at, you know, while playing Chelsea and all. And then now a lot of people now understand the reason. It's like 10 years after, we're the kings now, we're the bosses now, you're giving us the honor.
And now, Mary, like I will let you know that incidentally, Chelsea is the team that has given the most guard of honors ever in the Premier League. Now, them they clap for champions.
All the Chelsea fans are
just
giving
trivia, just
right
by the
now.
side, just trivia. Juwan is looking at me. That's my flop. Like Liverpool dashed the team to Chelsea. If Liverpool had something they were fighting for, Mary, do you think that Chelsea would have? Because it was an English tool. Even if I would say that Liverpool were terrible on the day, terrible performance, I was disappointed with what Liverpool put out there. But if Liverpool were fighting, if they were still in, you know, they had not yet won the Premiership, you think that match should have gone that way?
I believe they would. I actually believe they would have if they had given their best though. And that's what I'm saying about the fact that they were so relaxed. It wasn't a very impressive match. Before the first half was over, I was uninterested. I had moved on because there wasn't so much to look forward to in the game anymore. And so when the results came out, I'm very sure many people were not surprised. I'm very sure.
All right, let's just take a look at other results that happened in the EPL, of course, across this particular match day. Now, this one, where's Uncle Ben? Where's Uncle Ben? Please look for Uncle Ben.
Hey, please,
Peter,
we must find him because I'm a real devil. We win the Europa League. Please, what are we looking at there?
Look, if you identify with the club, you should identify with every appellation, every nomenclature, everything that the club. So if you're a Man U fan, you're a red devil. It's what your club stands for. But yeah, Manchester United lost at home lost away to Brentford. It was quite expected for a number of people, but 4-3. That was a very high-scoring match. Brighton won, Newcastle won, West Ham won, Spurs won, Chelsea 3, Liverpool 1, like we mentioned. On Saturday, that was the match day, the day before. It was Aston Villa 1, Fulham 0, Everton and Ipswich. Now, this was quite a shocking result. They played out a 2-2 draw. Leicester, this was a relegation. In fact, this was a championship match. Yeah, because both of them have been relegated. They defeated Southampton 2-0.
Arsenal, Bournemouth as well.
Wait, they beat us now.
Why are you shouting?
What do you understand?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Arsenal, Bournemouth, then PSG, I can't remember who they played. Both of them lost 2-1. So it's a case of what's going to happen on Wednesday. Nobody even knows anymore because two of them are just acting one guy. Why are you doing it now? What's your problem? What's the color of your problem?
I forgot to. Mikel Arteta.
And they lost 1 goal. As in, they were 1 goal up, and they still lost the match.
There's PSG coming in the Champions League. The guy used his first team and still lost against Bournemouth.
Hey, calm down.
We'll talk about that. I'll probably have Mary on that one. Maybe a little on social media, that's where you see it. But yeah, that's the size of all that we have on the beautiful game for this Monday morning. We'll take your time right now. Stay with us. There's still more to come on the show.
Yaa Ashantewa was born on 17th October 1814 Bisiase, present-day Ghana. The daughter of Kwaku Ampoma and Atapo, her brother Afrani Panin became the chief of Edweso, a nearby community. After a childhood without incident, she cultivated crops on the land around Boankra. She entered a polygamous marriage with a man from Kumasi, with whom she had a daughter. She was appointed by her brother, Nana Akwasi Afrani Opese, ruler of Edweso. When her brother died in 1894, Yaa Ashantewa used her right as Queen Mother to nominate her own grandson as Ejisuhene, when the British exiled her grandson to the Seychelles in 1896. Along with the King of Ashanti Prempeh I and other members of the Ashanti government, Yaa Ashantewa became the regent of the Ejisu Juaben district in the Ashanti Empire, now part of modern-day Ghana. After the exile of Prempeh I, the British Governor-General of the Gold Coast, Frederick Hodgson, demanded the Golden Stool, the symbol of the Ashanti nation. There was a disagreement among the members of the Ashanti government at Kumasi on how to go about this. In 1900, she led the Ashanti War, also known as the War of the Golden Stool, against the British Empire. The Ashanti-British War of the Golden Stool, also known as the Yaa Ashantewa War, was led by Queen Mother Nana Yaa Ashantewa with an army of about 5,000. During the fighting, Queen Yaa Ashantewa and 15 other closest advisors were captured, and they too were sent into exile to the Seychelles. Her dream for an Ashanti independence from colonial rule was realized on 6 March 1957, when the Ashanti Protectorate gained independence as part of Ghana. Ghana was the first African nation in West Africa to achieve this feat. She was a successful farmer and mother, an intellectual, a politician, a human rights activist, a queen, and a war leader. Nana Yaa Ashantewa died in exile in the Seychelles on 17th October 1921.
Welcome back. Now, a conversation I personally have been looking forward to is with this master of music, Maestro Ben Ogbewi. Now, he's widely known as Uncle Ben, and he is legendary for being a music coordinator, vocal arranger, and voiceover artist. He has over 2 decades of experience sharing knowledge in music and arts, and he was one of the most vocal coaches on Project Fame West Africa reality singing competition many years ago. Some of those videos came back online recently. We should talk about that. Now, he's coached the likes of Chidima, Iyanya, and many, many more. And yeah, he has some other endeavors he's going to be working on in a bit, but it's great to officially welcome you back to Wake Up Nigeria.
This is really lovely. Right here is lovely. It's the most spectacular view so far.
Oh.
Congratulations to all of you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I have to say, I'm a little baffled when Mike asked your age earlier on the show and you said 52, and I'm like, huh? Wait, Uncle Ben is 50. Like, seriously? You don't look it, first of all.
Thank you.
You look amazing and sound amazing, and the voice specifically is one of the things I wanted to touch on. It sounds exactly the same as how it was in the very beginning. So how do you maintain your voice?
Sleep well, eat well, yell at people less if you're not teaching them music, but always put them on their toes. And because we do voiceovers all the time, that is the maintenance culture that we have right there.
So you just said yell at people less, and then I think you realized what you were saying. Uncle Ben is known for yelling at people.
Less, when you're not teaching them.
When you're not teaching
But when
them.
you're teaching, you yell at them.
But is that really, was that the best way to teach at the time?
Because it's the nonchalant attitude towards music. People think it's something that you can pick up. It is not a hobby, it's a profession. I mean, we have our greats right there in America and across the world and, you know, basically planning their trade. If you do not take care of the voice now, there's no way that you can maintain that culture in years to come.
Very true. So it feels like everybody wants to be Beyonce, but do they want to put in the work? That's the question.
No.
And speaking of the work, now we have a few clips of you at work.
That's how you start. As you see, I know send you but that one no mean say I know they wish you well, yo.
Are you familiarizing this song?
No, sir.
As you see me so, I know send
That's
you
what I said, sir. I said,
What?
as you see me so, I know send you but that one
Hold
no
that
mean
thought.
say.
Say that thing.
As you see me so.
There you go.
What is wrong with what he's doing and what you're doing?
That's what I said.
No, that wasn't what you said. You're familiarizing the song. Don't try it. He doesn't like that. Two-Face doesn't like that. As you see me so, I know send you. Not as you see me so, I know send you. There's nothing like that. Say it again.
As you see me so.
No.
See what I said about yelling? But, you know, there were just some ethics of, you know, performance that you were able to, should I say, help them relearn, or say unlearn and relearn as you were teaching during Project Fame.
Correct.
Why did you think that was important?
Project Fame was our own thing. I mean, it's the Nigerian brand, and if you're going to be doing songs that concerns us, you have to make sure that everything they had known before then was taken out as trash, and you put something new in them. And it's a competition. You see, you're coming in and you feel that your glass is full, but as you approach the latter weeks of the project, question is, are you going to be consistent or you're going to drop off? Others are coming with their bottles empty. They want to fill it up. So if you have knowledge, what are you doing there? That was what we did.
So now I have to touch on the fact that there was a standard you were trying to achieve, but in the industry now, today, do we have anywhere near the standard that is expected of a true performing artist? Now, these guys are making the money. They are getting the streams. But are they truly performing?
So far, so good. The big three that I've seen, who are males, Burna Boy, Wizkid, and of course, Davido, use live bands now.
Okay.
Even though they have, you know, the loops in the background, the fact is that if you can entertain with your live band, then you are in the mix of things. If you started as a studio person, it is usually very difficult for you to go live. So that is what they teach you when you go international, because they don't want you miming. We don't mime anymore. Otherwise, let us just buy CDs or basically pay for streams and we move on. That is what Project Fame has been able to do. Return you to, you know, the source, where you have to rehearse with the band, you have to play with the band, because you have to, music is organic. Otherwise, you're not making progress.
So I have to mention, you mentioned two people that, okay, so let me just say the Headies was about 2 weekends ago.
Yes.
And two of those names you mentioned, they didn't show up for the Headies. Davido did, of course, show up. But why do you think, or rather, do you think that they are not placing as much value on Nigerian awards as they do international anymore?
Should we excuse the fact that they might probably just have gigs that they had and they couldn't cancel?
Okay.
That's usually the first thing. The second thing is the awards themselves. You know, it was away for a while and it has returned. Sometimes you need to look at the credibility of it through the mind's eye before we return.
Okay.
Let's give them the benefit of doubt and say, look, if it happens next year, they will be here. But again, this is my caveat. If you're coming back, come back not to come pick up an award. Come because there's integrity in the Nigerian music industry.
So that's really the issue. I would have loved for Berna to be right here on the couch with us, and of course Wiz and even David. However, this is the best purpose-built studio in Nigeria. They've not shown up here yet. Not that we've not invited them. Do you think there is that fine line? They've decided to just create a barrier between Nigerian media and opportunities here, and of course the international music community?
It's basically the management. Once you agree with the management, I'm sure they can drag them here. And usually they're very nocturnal.
Okay.
A lot of the interviews that are happening over there are usually happening in the evenings. And you know these guys stay out really late. And for them to get up early, it's usually, you need to pull an entourage to get them here. But if before time, they don't have gigs, if they don't place gigs above, you know, showing, you know, their concerns and of course loving their fans,
yeah,
then they can be here. That is what we do. Like, love your neighbors as yourself. Honor thy father and thy mother. Let's use that, because this is exactly what it is. Your father now is the media. Honor them and come here so that, you know, the organic people can see you. That is usually what we say.
So the families at home really want to connect with these artists, and you also used to teach that.
Yes.
Teaching how to connect with audiences, also do media conversations and briefings. But you also had to learn this along the way.
Yes.
You know, where did you learn all this from?
Well, Uncle Steve Rhodes of blessed memory gave me the opportunity to do that. He always says, look, if they invite you somewhere, always go there.
Okay.
Because you don't know whom you might meet. It was through there I was able to get out of the country. It was through that I was able to learn a lot of things in music. Just go, you know, engage the audience. Go to people who will market you.
Okay.
Just like you're doing for us right now, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much, TVC. Just go. Don't create any excuse just because you're big. Because you know what? It's from those little drops. There can be a hole in the bucket and you will lose all the water in it.
Interesting. Interesting. Speaking of, well, not really marketing, I think there is a project you're working on.
Yes.
That you would love to talk to us about.
It's called The King, Her Lover. We're going into mainstream musicals now.
Okay,
where we talk about salvation.
Yeah.
We talk about kings and queens and people with really good hearts. And we're creating the music. Everything is brand new. Outside Kakadu that we've done, and of course, Ada the Country that we've done, this is another brand new one. And we'll be showcasing it from July.
Okay.
And from there, it's going global. Kenya, South Africa, Ghana, and of course, if God wills it, Australia.
So, you know, Kakadu was absolutely amazing. I have a feeling this is going to be amazing as well.
Yes.
The name of the project one more time?
The King, Her Lover.
The King, Her Lover is the next project Uncle Ben is working on, and we cannot wait to see how this turns out. But at this point, Uncle Ben, we have to invite you to the kitchen. We are going to be making sure that he has a taste of that dirty rice. But before then, let's take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
Niger, it's time to rise to victory because season 10 is here.
That you did not come and greet. I'm coming for the crown.
Nigerian Idol needs to bang. You're actually my idol. Say yes from me. That was good. I'm here for a revenge. I'm speechless.
10 seasons of unforgettable talent.
That's the best performance I've had today.
10 seasons of breathtaking performances. And this year, we celebrate the journey like never before.
I'm actually speechless.
I love you.
You're a superstar.
This is more than a competition. It's a celebration of music, passion, and dreams. It's your voice and your victory. Don't miss the biggest season yet. Nigerian Idol Season 10.
Sponsored by Biggie, for every moment.
All right, it's time for us to have yet another conversation, and this awesome guest is Elizabeth Akombi, the founder of F.A. Simons, which is a bedding company. It's so good to have you in the studio with us. How are you doing? Awesome. All right, so I'm very curious about something. There are 1,001 different businesses. Why beddings? Was it a personal experience that informed it, or is it something you inherited? Or tell me about it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So E.A. Simons was founded from.
Oh, it's E.A.
Yes, it's E.A. Simons. No, it's not. Okay, it's E.A. Simons, and then yes. So even though we started with beddings, but then we just like we say evolution. Then we transform from beddings to curtains. So it's a premium soft furnishing brand. Okay. For beddings and curtains. And then so when we say soft furnishings, we talk about beddings, curtains, window blinds, your bathrobes, and then all the soft furnishings. Unlike the main interior design, has to do with the furniture and all of that. So this is just strictly for soft furnishings. And yes, so that was what we started with beddings. And then we, yes.
Okay, so now with beddings came the expansion.
Yes, expansion.
But then why did you decide to go into that line of business, beddings in the first instance? Because I know when it comes to interior design, just as you mentioned, there are different aspects of it.
Yes, there is.
And so some people will choose, oh, I would rather focus on this, maybe
on furniture,
or certain things in the house, or installation of stuff. Why beddings though?
Okay, actually started with beddings on, so I went on a business trip with my sister.
Oh, okay.
And she is an interior designer. So she's into the furniture and the furnishings.
So this is a family affair?
Our work is connected. Okay. So, so when she does the furniture and all, then, I do the soft furnishing part of it.
E.A. Simons is yours?
Though? Yes, E.A. Simons is, E.A. Simons is mine. And then, so on this trip, I saw like really, really beautiful beddings, like the fabrics. They're just they're very irresistible. And I was like, oh, and then the texture is very soft, very nice, unlike the other ones that you just, that really sheds on your skin when you use them. But this was just so beautiful to ignore. And then, so that was how, I was like, okay, so everyone deserves to sleep on something this nice, and to experience this elegance, this comfort, and they are very beautiful. They are like, so we call them fashion beddings because they have color, they're colorful and all of that. So we started with beddings. And then from beddings, we noticed that the clients also wanted more than beddings. And then we expanded, to the curtains. And then from the curtains, we expanded to our Cloud Sensation hybrid mattresses. And then from there, the pillows, and then the window blinds, and then the bathrobes for hotels. And so it's like so our niche is soft furnishing, curtains, beddings, mattresses, and then the likes.
Now, the Cloud
Sensation hybrid mattress.
Sensational mattress.
Yes.
What about that? Tell me about it.
Okay, so that's in fact, that's the ultimate, we call it the best mattress you'll ever use. because it gives you this unparalleled comfort and support. So it's made with different layers of foam for your comfort, and then it has a pocket spring that gently massages your body. So when you complain about, oh, I'm having body pains, you know, or my neck is paining me, or my body is this, like you're not sleeping well, because most times the only type of mattress that people know is the orthopedic.
Yes, or semi-orthopedic.
Or semi-orthopedic. And meanwhile, that's not, in fact, you're doing your body more harm. Yeah, so it's always a prescribed, you know, what's it called, type of mattresses. But even with the ones we have, they are really hard. You know, but an orthopedic mattress is not supposed to be hard, you know, and then so instead of you helping you to give you that comfort and support, it's doing more harm. It's working against you.
Wow.
Yeah, so our Cloud Sensation mattress, you know, just gives you energetic, refreshed, you know, so that you can go about, you know, the next day chasing your dream. And, you know, going about your life, but with a deprived sleep experience, it's really, you know, that's why you find some people cranky, you know, in the morning, just because they haven't, some people even sleep 9 hours, and after that, they still feel like they haven't slept. So most of the time, the mattress that you sleep on, and then the type of mattresses, and then like we always say, like for example, if you come to us and say you want to buy a mattress, we ask you some series of questions. We just don't throw a mattress at you because, you know, you want to buy a mattress. We ask, yes, consultants, so we ask you, okay,
what's your staff strength?
Right now, we are between 7 and 10.
So how do you work with the manufacturing aspects?
Of the product?
Yeah.
Okay, so we already have a, what's it called now?
Oh, you outsource it?
Yes, we outsource it to manufacturers, you know, overseas. But then we have specifications on that. But for the curtains, we produce that here. But we import the curtain fabrics, and then we do production at our factory.
So
for your sizes.
Whenever I hear about imports, I'm always concerned, because I'm thinking, is it that these particular materials cannot be sourced locally? What are the challenges you face when you're trying to source quality fabric locally? Or is it a case of it's cheaper to just import it? Could that be it?
I'm sure if I tell you this, you'll be shocked. It's somehow quite affordable to import these real quality fabrics, you know, than sourcing here. And then because we don't have it, I'm talking about the type of fabrics that we use for curtains now, for example. We don't produce it, you know, and then...
And there's no company you can give your specification to?
Here, the rigorous back and forth. You know, it's not just Nigeria, just anything is good enough, but you have a standard. We have a standard. We have, you know, excellence that we uphold, you know, every time. So I noticed that sourcing here, even though they are not giving you what you want, you are paying a whole lot. And then the manufacturing, what's it called? It's very, very slim. But when you import these things, you get the best experience, the best fabric, and, you know, durability, quality, affordability, you know, and all of those things.
But doesn't that affect the local markets, considering the fact that you could also help, you know, build the market?
Yes, that's why we do production. That's why we do we produce the curtains. Yes, so if you just bought a house or you rented an apartment and you need curtains, we have fabrics already. So we produce, like we sew it.
Okay, so you
to
have
meet your specific. Yeah, so we have in our factory. So we're also into production, and then what's it called? Yes, production manufacturing.
There's actually a lot to EA Simmons, and I find it impressive how you've been growing and expanding.
Yeah.
And I'm so suspicious of, you know, your sister is probably looking at you beside that, the way you keep expanding. Don't enter my line of business.
No. Like, it's not really. It's okay. So my sister's line of business, which is the furniture and furnishings, dealing with those artisans, it's not easy.
Not easy. So you
but our niche is the curtains, the beddings, the mattresses, and all.
Which is good. It's always good to have a niche. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, no
It's been quite an interesting conversation.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
All right. At this point, it's time for another performance. Would you believe it? Wow. I'm looking forward to this one.
I've been looking forward to this one myself. We have Agu Oluchi Olivia, popularly known as Livia. She's here. And now she started as a percussionist at age 7 and progressed to the clarinet, then the guitar in her teens, and gained recognition after releasing her first single, Poco, at 19. Now, she's done a lot since then. How you doing, Livia?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, my gosh, isn't she cute? She's amazing. Now, starting so young, you know, going into music so young means you you groomed yourself into that space. All those instruments, which is your favorite?
The guitar.
The guitar?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, I would have loved to see you play, but not today, maybe another time?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about the song that you're going to be performing today.
Okay. So I'm going to be doing Udo. Okay. It's an African contemporary song, and it means peace in Igbo language.
Peace in Igbo. Okay. All right. You know, we started out with a high life vibe today. So, yeah, it's great to have that cultural essence as our theme today when it comes to our music. Yeah. But the genre of your music, is it Afro soul?
Yeah, Afro soul.
Okay. So, intentionally so? Continuously so? Or are you delving into any other aspects sometime soon?
Well, yeah, I actually put out a project recently called Rhythms and Soul, where I deliberately put in some versatile sounds, like from dancehall to, you know, I'm a piano to guitar classical. So there's a lot of stuff in there. So I just wanted to show that I'm a versatile artist. Yeah.
Honestly, I can already feel it. I can hear it in the tone of your voice already that you are set to perform for us. The name of the song is Udo. We have Livia.
Deep in the jungle, it's survival of the fittest. Life is a journey. We all struggle through so many rumbles. We are seek to find peace of any kind. You'll be so in the peace you want to find. Don't lose faith. Hold on tight, don't you cry, we'll survive. Through despair, wait and hope. Where there's faith, there is hope. Through despair, we won't break. In the darkest hour, we see the brightest and the shooting stars. Pain is changing, all to treasure, all to treasure. In the darkest hour, we see the brightest and the shooting stars. Pain is changing, all to treasure, all to treasure. Daingaludo, 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 Daingaludo. Trees where the whispers of time reside. Climb the mountain's peaks with our hearts open wide. In the valley deep where the shadows cast their feet. Find the river's peace washing away our tears.
Wow, that's Livia with Udo.
Wow,
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Uncle Ben, what do you think about that?
Oh, you took it out of my mouth.
Well. Not bad at all, not bad. If it was in my era, you know exactly, you'll be living out here with tears in your face. But right now, there's a great improvement. So no problem at all. Well done.
Nice. Uncle Ben, you're savage.
Brutal honest.
You're savage.
Yeah.
But Chef Damien has been hard at work here. Don't worry, Uncle Ben won't be savage with your own judgment. Don't worry. But we have here, we have dirty rice right in front of you. How dirty does this look right now? It looks good, right? Uncle Ben, you're not even waiting for us to tell you. Just dig in.
He's a veteran here.
What are you waiting for?
Okay, you should eat the rice with the coleslaw together.
Yes, the same way we say dirty December.
Hang on.
So that's coleslaw. Yeah. Coleslaw.
Only one. Wow.
Tyree. Wow.
Okay.
But this guy's a fine dining chef. Whenever he's here, I know he's always on point.
All right, so he's going for the chicken. While he does that, do you have any comments on the dirty rice?
It's nice, just that it's not spicy. I like.
Oh,
very hot.
You're happy with it not spicy, or you want it to?
No. I really want it to.
Maybe you should taste the chicken.
Oh, the chicken.
So the sauce balances it. So because the sauce is actually very spicy.
She is a fan of spice.
See that?
Now
you are going to need the coleslaw to cool it down.
A proper European.
No, it's not spicy at all.
It's not spicy.
They don't fry your taste buds.
It's not a problem. We just buy Cameroon pepper.
Yes. No. Actually, like, my husband is there. I love, like, I've eaten Cameroon pepper. It's even like the red rodo. Yeah.
You've eaten it raw. You chew it.
Yeah.
Raw.
I like
interesting.
And the thing is, like, there's no pepper in a meal.
What did you do to your wife?
I can just I can chop when there's no pepper.
Really? Oh goodness
People
me!
are chewing tomatoes.
You're one of them. Goodness me!
She must be a dragon.
So when you travel, you carry your own Cameroon pepper around
yes,
with you,
like inside, when because most I don't know why you would eat food and not,
It's been a great show. Thank you for being a part of this show. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Have a great one. Bye.
Entertainment for me, first of all, I say is a vocation, is work for me, is a way of life that brings about merriment, relaxation, and it's happiness, it's everything good put together. Anything at all just to make